Marvel has finally done it. They have finally done what they wanted to do to Magneto, just say with Magneto for the last 7 to 10 years. What they wanted to do, they finally did it. And what is this thing I'm talking about? They finally decided to make Magneto the new Professor X, because in their minds, Magneto is right. All the criminal, terrible, horrible things he's done, he was always right, just misunderstood. The man who killed thousands of people, killed his own child, done a lot of disturbing things. When Magneto first appeared, he was literally leading the Brotherhood of Evil. But no, now all of that's wiped away, and he's the new Professor X. Or should I say Professor M? Because Krakoa, oh yeah, Krakoa. Dive into this article here from Screen Rant. Professor M. Magneto has a surprising new role on the X-Men. Wonder what that could be. The Krakoan age has come to an end, you sure? Because it does seem like it's come to an end. It seems like it's dragging its entrails all over the place. And a new age of X-Men begins, you sure? Because it seems like the same old crap all over again. With a new age and a new status quo comes a new lineup as well, with some surprising additions to the roster, including the ever-enigmatic Magneto, sir, taking up an unexpected role that promises many intriguing issues to come. So, talking about X-Men, 2004 by Jed McKay, and all of that, right? So, it introduces Magneto as he arrives to threaten a local police chief who is visiting the new X-Men base outside Merle, Alaska. Magneto's new look is a far cry from his traditional supervillain armor, instead seeming to draw heavy inspiration from his longtime friend and enemy Charles Xavier. Yep, this is how he looks now. He's in the chair. He's got a blazer on and a vest, and he's coming. This is how he looks. And what I understand, I believe he can't walk anymore, something like that. I haven't checked up on it honestly, but I will do a checkup and see. But yeah, this is Magneto now, the new Professor M, because it's not bad enough that you turned Xavier into a criminal, something that made no freaking sense. The way that they went about doing it. Don't get me wrong, Xavier's done some questionable things over the years, but the way they went about doing it was just stupid. But no, let's add salt to that wound and have Magneto become the new Professor X, because yeah, that makes sense. It's not like if he's some kind of mutant terrorist or something. Oh wait, he is. Sitting in a floating chair and clad in a sweater and blazer, Magneto looks very much like a new Professor X. The similarity is driven home when Kid Omega greets Magneto as Professor M, much to Magneto's annoyance. Yeah, he was real annoyed. With a new team of X-Men, it makes sense that there would be a new professor. Well, a professor figure, I don't know. I mean, Professor Xavier. You have the rest of the mutants there. You have Cyclops and the rest of them who could take over as leaders. That's something. It's not to say like Xavier hasn't been gone before and they haven't had to do it, but no, you want to see that it must have some kind of new professor finger in there, because we want to completely rewrite what happened before without moving forward. And the best thing to do is put the terrorists who they've been fighting for years, aka Magneto, as the new professor. Yeah, that makes sense. The role of professor has always been integral to the team, persisting from the moment Charles Xavier first gathered them together, up to the Krakoan age. However, Xavier's actions at the end of the Krakoan era, teaming up with Orchis to wipe out humanity, and that's not exactly what he was doing, but whatever, have firmly cemented him as a villain. Yeah, I'm sure. And when the sales start to bottom out, they'll bring him back all redeemed. As of X-Men number 35, he remains willingly imprisoned, although still able to affect the world through his telepathy. Ironically, Magneto's star has risen while Xavier has fallen, because that's what they wanted. That is what they wanted. They literally set this up like this. They have been trying to ruin X-Men for years and shift the status quo towards Magneto's twisted ideals. Because when they went through the whole X-Men Colors era, you had some mutants killing a man, a store clerk, because somebody littered with something that they bought at his store, and they tried to make them out to be heroes. When you got to the Krakoan era, the X-Men literally became everything Magneto wanted them to be. The very thing Magneto has been fighting for years, they became. And Xavier and all joined in on the madness. They became isolationist, territorial, downright disturbing and dangerous. That's what the entire X-Men and mutants turned into. It didn't matter who it was, everybody was there. You had Juggernaut showing up there, yeah, because he hasn't been trying to murder them for years, and he's also not a mutant, but still, let's bring him in. Sinister. You had all these different villains suddenly come in, and we almost live together, hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Not only has Magneto behaved more like an anti-hero than a villain in the contemporary comics. What about Resurrection of Magneto and stuff? But recent media, like the X-Men 97 animated series and Magneto 2023, have called back to the 1980s when Magneto led the X-Men and New Mutants. Magneto as Professor has been building in the zeitgeist for a while now, and in hindsight, it seems that these recent callbacks will help better establish Magneto in his current role, until he decides to go all evil again. That will never happen, right? Yeah, this is Kid Omega here. Coming out there, what's up, Professor M? And he's tell me he will die on a mission soon. Magneto's new position essentially means that his and Charles Xavier's roles are reversed in this new series. Now Magneto is the stern professor figure, while Xavier is the mutant terrorist, because that's what they wanted all along. Like I keep saying, as far as they are concerned, Magneto was right. So they need to find a way to keep that going. This is a fascinating inversion. No, it isn't. When one considers the characters' extensive histories together and competing philosophies. While Magneto recently admitted Xavier was right in X-Men was alive, it doesn't mean his personality has mellowed. Magneto makes it very clear that he is the iron will behind the X-Men's current facility, and that he will meet any act of aggression towards his X-Men with extreme violence. So yeah, it's his X-Men now. That makes sense. That makes plenty sense. So yeah, people, the new Professor X, or should I say Professor M, is Magneto now. Because this is supposed to make a whole world of sense to somebody. I'm not sure who, but to somebody. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care. Audio Jungle.